Welcome everyone to this wonderful session. Today we are going to discuss the various shapes which are given in our NCERT. So let's get started. First of all, the shape we will be discussing is cuboid. There are various things which are present all around us which are cuboidal in shape. The first thing which pops up in my mind is my mobile phone. It has a length, a breadth and a height. That's what three terms a cuboid has, right? Another thing, let me draw it for you. How our cuboid looks like is this. This is our cuboid. This is our cuboid, right? If we see, it has length, it is its length, breadth, it is its breadth, and the height, right? And this is the height. Alright, now we will see how many faces a cuboid has. Cuboid will have 6 faces, right? The front one and the back one. These become 2. The upper one and the lower one, 4. The side ones becomes 6. So how many faces? Faces are 6. 6 faces it has, right? Now if we talk about the vertices, what are vertices? These are vertices. Can you look? These are vertices. How many vertices? This will come out to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 vertices. The number of vertices comes out to be 8. Now it will be the edges. Edges means simply just sides. Now we just need to count the sides. How many sides? Come on, fastly. Tell me how many sides it has. If we talk about the edges. Edges will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many edges? These will be 12 edges. So always remember this small data. How many faces, vertices and edges a cuboid and a cube has. We will later on discuss cube. It is in the next slide. We will discuss it as well. So 6 faces, 8 vertices and 12 edges. Alright. Now we will discuss the total surface area of a cuboid, or you can just simply write TSA. Total surface area we will discuss first. Area, and in short we will write TSA. Alright. Now what does TSA means? How much area is it occupying, right? It is the area, right? So if we want to calculate in terms of length, breadth and height, area will come out to be, let's see, it has 6 faces which are all rectangular in shape, right? So if we talk about the bottom face first, this is our bottom face which is shaded in yellow now. Similarly, the identical rectangle is placed above a height h, right? This will be the upper rectangle. What will be its area? Its area will be length into breadth. We already know this from our childhood that the area of rectangle is what? Length into breadth. So I write LB. LB. Self LB? No. 2 times LB. 1 LB for the bottom one, 1 LB for the upper rectangular face. So 2 times LB plus. Now we will see the side ones which are present at the sides. Let me represent it with another color, say pink. These 2 rectangles. These side ones. What will be their area? There will be breadth into height, right? So plus 2 times breadth into height, right? Now we have two more faces left, the front one and the one which is present at the back, right? We will see it with the help of this. Now the another one is, this is the front one which is colored in green, and the back one which is also like colored in yellow and pink. Okay, so it will be the, what will be their area? It will be length into height, right? So plus 2 times length into height. This is the expression which came. Now let's try to solve it. What we can like take in common? It can be 2. 2 can be taken out. So 2, here we will be left with 2 times LB plus BH plus LH. That's it. This is your final term. This is your final term for area. Final term for TSA of cuboid. Easy, right? Now let's talk about the curved surface area or the lateral surface area. Curved surface area means curved surface area. In short, CSA, or you can say LSA, that stands for lateral surface area. So whenever you are asked to calculate the curved surface area of anything, you just need to do one thing. Take out the upper face and the bottom face. That's it. Now you will just be left with the curved one, the area which is present only at the curved one, right? You just need to remove the upper face and the lower face. Alright, so this will come out to be, if I represent you in the same diagram, so I need to show you, let's name it A, C and H. So if I tell you to remove which two rectangles will you remove? It will be the rectangle ABCD, the rectangle ABCD, and the rectangle which is present at the bottom, that is EFGH. EFGH. If you remove these two, it's becoming a bit more colorful, right? So you just need to remove these faces. So what will you be left with? Let's modify from this one. You will be left with, you just need to remove the LB term, right? Because these were the area of the rectangles which were present at the bottom and at the upper part. So you just need to remove the LB part. Now what we will be left with? It will be 2 times BH plus LH. What else can be taken as common? It will be H, right? So you will be left with 2 times height bracket L plus B, right? This will be your curved surface area or lateral surface area of cuboid. This curved surface area or lateral surface area of cuboid. Alright, so this is the simplest derivation which you can think of. Just simply think what you need to do. You just calculated total surface area, you counted the number of rectangles, that's it, right? Now the last term which I'll be defining is the volume. Volume of cuboid. Volume of cuboid. See, volume of anything we know can be defined when you write it as area of the base into height, right? You can derive the volume of any shape by using this formula. This is a general formula, area of base into the height. So in case of our cuboid, What is the area of base? Area of base is EFGH. It will come out to be length into breadth, right? It will come out to be the length into the breadth. So it will be L into breadth into height. Height is as it is H. So our volume is now L times B times H. That's it. Or you can just simply say LBH. That's it. Now you are done with the cuboid part. The total surface area, the curved surface area and the volume. What was the total surface area? It was 2 times LB plus BH plus LH. Then the curved surface area, which was when you remove 2 times LB, then it becomes 2 times BH plus LH, then you took common H, it became 2H L plus B, right? And volume, the simplest, length into breadth into height, you will get the volume. Easy. Cube. We are all familiar with cube. Ice cubes, right? Or you can say a dice, the perfect example of a cube. How does a cube look like? It looks like this is our cube. Now you will ask me, what is the difference between cube and cuboid? What is the difference? The difference is that a cuboid has different length, breadth and height. When all the three things, when L is equal to B is equal to H, in case of cuboid, your cuboid becomes the cube. Your cuboid becomes what? Cube. तो यहाँ से मैं एक general चीज़, what can I say? What can I say in general now? That a cube is also a cuboid, right? What is the case? That in this case length is equal to breadth is equal to height. So cube is also a cuboid, but a cuboid is not a cube. Similarly, it is analogous to the rectangle and square part, right? A square may be considered as a rectangle as well, but a rectangle is not a square. We have studied in junior classes, right? That square is also a rectangle, but rectangle is not a square, right? It is just analogous to that one, right? So we considered a cube with edge length A. It has length is equal to A, breadth is equal to A and height is equal to A. All the three things, length, breadth and height, are equal, and I have just generally named that as A, alright? A. So for a cube, similarly we will be discussing number 1, it will be the total surface area, or you can say TSA, right? It will be TSA of cube. Now in this case all the faces are square faces. In the previous case all the faces were rectangular in shape, but now these are all square shape. So what is the area of a square? Simple, side into side, that would be A into A. Now, so in this case we have, what is the area of one square? It will be just A square. How many squares do you have in cube? 6. So the area simply becomes 6A square. You can just remember it this way, that the area of one square is A square. A cube has 6 faces which are square in shape. So the total surface area became 6A square, right? Easy. Next one is curved surface area. Curved surface area or lateral surface area, just you can say CSA or LSA, lateral surface area, right? Or you can just write it as LSA, lateral surface area. So what did I tell you before about this lateral surface area wala part? It was, whenever you are asked to To define the curved surface area of a particular shape, you just need to remove the bottom face and the upper face. In this case, what will you remove? These two parts. Let me shade them for you. This one and this one. Right? You can imagine it as a cube shaped shoebox in which you have removed the lid and the bottom as well, right? You can just imagine it that way only. So the curved surface area would be, even now, all the shapes, all the faces are square shaped, so area will be a square. And how many faces are left? 4. So it became 4a square. Total surface area came out to be 6a square and curved surface area come out to be 4a square. Remember these terms, right? Or you can just simply calculate them even in examination hall. No big deal, right? Now volume of cuboid. Volume. I told you the general formula in the previous slide, right? What was that? Volume of anything. Volume means the capacity, the storing capacity of particular shape. That is defined by volume, right? So volume is area of base into height, right? In this particular case of cube, what will be the area of base? It will be a square because it is a square shaped base. And height is simply again a. Height is again a. So your volume is a cube. What is your volume? It's a cube, right? One thing I forgot. What was that? Let me discuss it with you. It is, let's talk about the units as well. Let's talk about the units as well. The units of total surface area and the curved surface area would be the square units, right? Meter square, centimeter square, millimeter square, right? These will be in square units. How will you write it as? Square units, depending upon what is given to you, meter, centimeter, millimeter, kilometer. Depending upon that, it will be square unit, right? And in case of volume, in volume you are multiplying length into breadth into height. So if you do, for example, 10 meter into 10 meter, what would that be? 1000 meter cube. So what will be its units? It will be in cubic meters. What it would be? Cubic meters. Okay, cubic unit. Just simply cubic units. Again, depending upon kilometer cube, meter cube, centimeter cube, millimeter cube. Easy, right? So that was it in cuboid and cube. All right. Let's discuss our further shape, which is right circular cylinder. Cylinder will have two things. The first one is its height, and the second one would be the radius of the base. The radius, I am representing it by r. R is the radius of the base. Here h is the perpendicular height of the cylinder. Perpendicular height of the cylinder, and r is the radius of base, and r is the radius of base. So again, r simple. Now what is a cylinder in general? You can say Pringles box, the chips one, right? It is in circular one. It is the best example I can think of. Pringles ka dabba, right? Now in case of this right circular cylinder, I will be discussing the curved surface area first. Curved surface area or the lateral surface area first. Lateral surface. In short, I can write CSA or LSA, right? So how can I make a cylinder? Let's take a sheet of paper. You can do this at your home as well. Let's take a sheet of paper. Say this is a sheet of paper having a length L and breadth say H. I am taking the breadth as H. Okay. If you just roll it, you just roll the sheet, it will become a cylinder. It will become a cylinder. So when you roll it, it will come out to be something like this. It will come out to be something like this, right? Having the same height H, and it will be the radius of the cylinder, right? How can the area of this sheet was L into H, right? Now if I calculate the area of this cylinder, how can I calculate? It was the sheet first, so I'll take it that way only. I can take the perimeter of the base, perimeter of the circular base, or you can just say simply circumference of the base. It will be what? 2 pi r. If this is the radius r, after forming the cylinder, 2 pi r into its height, that will be h, right? So it became 2 pi r h, and that is simply your curved surface area of cylinder. What is it? 2 pi r h. You took a sheet of paper having a length L and height h. I am specifying it again. It is taken as h this time. Alright. When you rolled it, so the height became as it is and the length became the perimeter of the base. Perimeter, right? Perimeter of the base, which became the circumference. And circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. So it became 2 pi r h. Right? Easy. Further, what we can calculate? It is the total surface area of a cylinder. Total surface area of cylinder. Now, curved surface area we have already calculated in the previous part. What we are now left with, these are the two bases. And what are its shape? They are circular, right? So, TSA of cylinder would be curved surface area plus area of two circular bases. Area of two circular bases. Now, what is the area of a circle? Simply pi r square, right? So, curved surface area was 2 pi r h plus area of the circular base. There are two bases. So, 2 into pi r square. So, it became 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r square, right? Now, what can be taken common from them? It can be 2 pi r, right? So, I took 2 pi r. What are we left with now? Here h plus r. That's it. Now, you are done with your final formula. It is 2 pi r h plus r, right? This is your total surface area of a right circular cylinder. Alright. Let me take another case for this. Let's take another case for this. What could that be? That I took a cylinder in which there was no lid. There was only a circular base. Say a glass which has a height h and a proper circular base of radius r. If we need to calculate the area of this particular glass or tumbler, how will you do that? Simply, we know the curved surface area. What was the curved surface area? It was 2 pi r h, right? And now, we will only take the area of one circular base because the upper one is not present. It is given to us. I am telling you that it is given to you. that there is no lid for that particular cylinder glass. There is only the bottom one. So 2 pi RH plus pi r square. If you take common from them, what would you get? You will be left with pi r 2h plus r, right? That would be your case, another case, case 1. Say case 1. Alright, we will now talk about the volume of cylinder. How can we do that? This was our cylinder, right? Like this. It was our cylinder having a height h and the radius of base r, right? So what can we do? I told you again the general formula. Area of base into height. Volume just can be calculated by using this general formula only. Area of base is area of the circular base in this case. So that would be pi r square into height. So what is the final result? It is pi r square h. That's it. Right? This is your final result for the volume of a cylinder. So we calculated total surface area, curved surface area and volume for cube, cuboid and cylinder, right?